From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hey there everyone, welcome to Local Point, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Gale in for Chris Piner today. The Uintah School District is working hard to keep the public informed about what is actually happening within the district. Superintendent Mark Dockins joins us in the studio to discuss how it is informing the public and what parents can do to help their own children succeed. So welcome, Superintendent Dockins, to Local Point. I'd like to start by talking about maybe some technology that the school district has at its fingertips. And I have in my bullet point in my script over there on the teleprompter, Facebook. Now, so how is the school district using social media like Facebook?
Well, one of the issues that we're faced with is how do we get information out about the school district? And we've been looking at other districts, and one of the most amazing ways that information is out there is through Facebook. Facebook is huge. It reaches way more people than newspapers, than when we look at how many hits are on Facebook and how many people have friends and all these things. It's an enormous way of getting information out. And so we were thinking that this would be a great way for us to get information on school events, projects that we're doing, any kind of updates on emergency things. Those kinds of things. People have their Facebook on their cell phones. They have their Facebook on all their mobile equipment that they're using. They look up Facebook all the time, and if there's an update on say we had to do a change in a route or a school closure for something, that would be a great way of getting information out on an emergency. Plus, we can get the positive stuff out. And so we've created a Facebook page for Uintah School District, and what we do is we update it on a daily basis if we have information on it. Sometimes we may go a week without getting some on there, but we're updating it, and we have a number of friends. There's more friends on Uintah Facebook than I have on my own personal Facebook.
Okay, so you have one that's for the entire school district, and then parents can friend that school district and then get that information through emails or text messages or otherwise. Have you considered possibly doing an individual profile for a school, a particular school?
We're doing that right now. We're trying to work out the logistics for each school to have their own. And I know the high school has theirs, and they actually have a number of different pages. One for sports, they have someone doing it. And we have to walk a fine line here because personal site is different than an organization
like
site.
An individual teacher's web page is not something that you would have people friend. It would be the school itself.
Right. And so, one of the things that we've been faced with is this fear of people getting on and doing bad stuff on YouTube and things like that. And the reality is, students need to understand how to use this technology. We need to embrace this technology. We have to be able to use it because this is where we're going. I mean, we're not going to get rid of Facebook. We're moving ahead. And so for us as educators, we need to understand that if we want to teach kids how to use this stuff appropriately and the social media, be responsible in social media, then we need to understand it as well. Well or better than they do. And so.
Okay, so you have a means in which to inform the public, inform individual parents and children using obviously an environment that you want to keep safe, but it's new technology and it's one that's being used. What is the school district doing as far as interaction between individual teachers and parents then?
Okay, with our parent teachers at the elementary level, the expectation is that there's 100% contact for parent teachers. There has to be at that level. When you get up into the secondary level, that's always been an area where we broke down with parent teacher interactions. At that point, a lot of times parents have kids in different schools that they're more focused on the elementary and the secondary. We oftentimes wouldn't get all the parents into parent-teacher conferences. At the elementary level, we'd have 100%. We get up to the parent-teacher conference at the secondary level, maybe only 50% of the parents would show up, if that. And so what we've done is we changed at the high school. The high school decided, let's open this up and have so that we're not going to do it just 3 times a week. We're going to do it, or 3 times a year. We're going to do it every week. And so every Monday afternoon, parents can come in, schedule, go into their teachers, they can meet with their teachers, and it's been really successful.
You basically have open office hours for the teachers once a week so that parents at any point in time can come in.
Yeah, and that's every Monday at the high school right now.
Oh, Very nice. Okay, well, we're going to have a lot more to talk about, but of course, we've got to go to break. So after a brief message from Ashley Regional Medical Center Superintendent Dockins, he's going to tell us more about the accounting side of the school district, so stay with us.
Ashley Regional Medical Center now offers neonatal services and a Level 2 nursery, along with our quality obstetrical services. The Level 2 nursery provides state-of-the-art monitoring and clinical care for infants at 32 weeks and older. The team of skilled nurses, pediatricians, and family practice physicians, along with Medical Director Dr. Daniel Kwok, neonatologists, help Ashley Regional Medical Center offer your infant excellent care right here at home.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us. We're talking about the Uintah School District and what the district is doing to help students succeed. So again, Superintendent Mark Dockins joins us here in the studio. Let's jump over to budgetary concerns. Obviously, the recession has affected everyone, but when it comes to a school district and how you pay for things, there's a huge difference between a building payroll and actually, paying for teacher salaries. How exactly does that work?
Well, it's incredibly complex.
Great. You got 5 minutes.
I'm not going to be able to explain it. I'll try to keep it simple, but government financing is very complex, and they earmark certain categories of funds for certain things, and you can't mix those funds. And for instance, the most simple way to break this down is we have M&O, which is the maintenance and operation. That's how we pay our salaries. That's how we run our buildings, pay for aides, things like that. All comes out of the M&O side. We have another group that's of money that's called capital outlay, and this comes through the local assessed taxes. And the capital outlay can only be spent on buildings, on furniture, big things, big project items, and you can't mix those two things. Over the last several years, Uintah County has been in a boom until this last year. The boom raises the assessment, which is hard on folks that are trying to pay their property taxes.
Yeah.
But with that comes more capital outlay money. The M&O money is diluted through the whole state. The capital outlay money is from our own local assessed taxes, and so we have a lot of that. And I'm not going to say a ton, but we're able to build buildings. We're able to. The plan that we had was a 10-year plan to renovate our school buildings, and we've been doing that, and that's all part of that local taxes that we've made that commitment to. We're actually way ahead of schedule. But we can't mix that, and so what it looks like is, why aren't we giving our teachers raises when we're building new buildings? And legally we can't cross those two monies, and so we're spending the money responsibly for what we can, and then we're doing the best we can with what we have in the other pot of money.
How is that right now? Is there some sort of freeze on raises? Again, it's a statewide thing.
Right. The entire state there's no freeze on raises. That's not been out there, but the entire state is hurting. But revenue is starting to come up. The revenue projections are actually looking better as a state, and the legislative session just got over. It's still tight though. We're still in a tight area when we're talking about money.
Right, but hopefully things are looking up.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year will be a little bit better than
I certainly hope so.
Well, let's jump back then and talk a little bit more about the important stuff, the education of our actual children. You've got a program that you abbreviate PLCs. What exactly is that?
Well, the PLC stands for Professional Learning Community, and the idea is that we come together as teams of teachers, and we pull our resources, pull our knowledge, and we focus on 4 questions. The first one is, what is it that we want all kids to know and learn when they leave our school? How will we know if they know it? So we have to have that assessment. What do we do with them when they don't know it? And what do we do with them when they do know it? And so there needs to be extensions and interventions for those. And the idea is that no kid will fall through the cracks. Same concept, no child left behind.
Right.
We can do that as a team. One individual teacher traditionally would go in, close their door, they'd work with their class. If a kid had a really good teacher, they won the lottery because
Right.
they got into the good teacher when someone else may not have, and that teacher may have protected all those kids, but there was never any
Overlap.
Yeah, systematic looking at all the kids, and
Right.
that's what a team does. A team works way more efficiently than an individual.
Okay.
So there's a number of challenges with that, but I think it's absolutely the best direction that we can
You're
take.
basically having the teachers come together
Right.
and talk about their different students and how to help each other out.
Absolutely.
So that every child has the opportunity to, like you say, not fall through the cracks,
Right.
but you can really focus on individual children.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're out of time. You also had, a new truancy task force that's in the works, and maybe next time we'll talk about that, but just so you know, that's something the district is doing. So thank you very much for joining us, and thank you all for joining us as well. Hope to see you right here again next time on Local Point.